Lucius Malfoy is a complex and multifaceted character in the Harry Potter series. As the patriarch of the Malfoy family, Lucius embodies wealth, power, and influence in the wizarding world. He is known for his pure blood supremacy, his role as a Death Eater, and his cunning ability to navigate the volatile political landscape of the magical world. However, beneath the polished exterior of arrogance and authority lies a man deeply flawed by his own ambition, fear, and desperation to protect his family. This deep dive explores the life and legacy of Lucius Malfoy, tracing his journey from an influential aristocrat to a disgraced and fearful figure in Voldemort's ranks. The noble house of Malfoy. Lucius Malfoy was born into one of the most prominent pure-blood families in the wizarding world. The Malfoys were renowned for their vast wealth, political influence, and unwavering belief in blood purity. Lucius was raised in an environment that instilled in him a deep sense of superiority over those he deemed lesser wizards, such as Muggleborns and blood traders. The Malfoys' mansion, located in Wiltshire, symbolized their power and affluence. Surrounded by opulence, Lucius grew up understanding that his family's legacy rested on his ability to maintain their status and ideals. His education at Hogwarts solidified these values, as he was sorted into Slytherin, a house synonymous with ambition, cunning, and resourcefulness. Lucius's early years and marriage to Narcissa. Lucius's time at Hogwarts showcased his intellect and charisma. He excelled in his studies, particularly in the dark arts, and quickly gained influence among his peers. His ambition and charm allowed him to cultivate relationships with other pure-blood families, ensuring his place among the wizarding elite. After graduating, Lucius married Narcissa Black, a union that further strengthened his ties to pure-blood aristocracy. Narcissa, like Lucius, was raised in a family that valued blood purity and tradition, and their marriage was more than a romantic relationship. It was a strategic alliance. Together, they became one of the most influential couples in the wizarding world, known for their wealth and connections. Despite their shared ideology, Lucius and Narcissa's relationship was marked by a deep love for their only son, Draco. While Lucius's actions were often driven by his ambition and allegiance to Voldemort, his ultimate priority was the protection and advancement of his family. Allegiance to Voldemort. The rise of a Death Eater. Lucius's ambition led him to join Lord Voldemort's inner circle during the First Wizarding War. As a Death Eater, Lucius played a significant role in Voldemort's campaign to purge the wizarding world of Muggleborns and establish pure blood dominance. His loyalty to Voldemort was not born of personal devotion, but of a calculated decision to align himself with a powerful force that he believed would secure his family's future. Lucius's role as a Death Eater was marked by his cunning and strategic mind. While he rarely engaged in open combat, he was instrumental in furthering Voldemort's agenda through manipulation, bribery, and influence over key individuals. His wealth and status allowed him to operate in the shadows, avoiding the public scrutiny that many other Death Eaters faced. The fall of Voldemort and Lucius's survival. When Voldemort was defeated by the infant Harry Potter, many Death Eaters were captured, killed, or went into hiding. Lucius, however, managed to avoid punishment by claiming he had been under the Imperious Curse, a common excuse among those seeking to evade Azkaban. This period marked a turning point for Lucius. While he outwardly maintained his influence and wealth, the loss of Voldemort left him vulnerable. He continued to promote pure-blood ideology, using his position on the Hogwarts Board of Governors and his connections in the Ministry of Magic to shape the wizarding world according to his beliefs. The Diary of Tom Riddle. A fatal mistake. Lucius's involvement with dark magic persisted even after Voldemort's fall. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, he's revealed to have been in possession of Tom Riddle's diary, one of Voldemort's Horcruxes. Unaware of its true nature, Lucius sought to use the diary as a weapon to discredit Arthur Weasley, his political rival, and to reopen the Chamber of Secrets at Hogwarts. Lucius's decision to plant the diary in Ginny Weasley's possession backfired spectacularly. The events that unfolded endangered Hogwarts students and ultimately exposed Lucius's schemes. His dismissal from the Board of Governors and his humiliation at the hands of Dobby, the house elf he mistreated, marked a significant blow to his reputation. The return of Voldemort. Fear and desperation. When Voldemort returned to power in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Lucius was forced to rejoin the Death Eaters. Unlike his earlier alliance with Voldemort, this time Lucius's involvement was driven by fear rather than ambition. Voldemort's wrath toward those who had abandoned him during his fall left Lucius with little choice but to comply. Under Voldemort's regime, Lucius's family became increasingly entangled in the Dark Lord's plans. Draco was tasked with killing Albus Dumbledore, a mission that placed enormous pressure on the young Malfoy and highlighted Lucius's inability to protect his son from Voldemort's demands. The Battle of the Department of Mysteries. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Lucius played a prominent role in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries. Tasked with retrieving the prophecy about Harry Potter and Voldemort, Lucius led the Death Eaters in an attack against Harry and his friends. However, the mission ended in disaster when the prophecy was destroyed and several Death Eaters, including Lucius, were captured and sent to Azkaban. This marked the beginning of Lucius's decline. His imprisonment not only tarnished his reputation, but also left his family vulnerable to Voldemort's increasing demands. Lucius's fall from grace? By the time of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Lucius had become a shadow of his former self. Stripped of his wealth, influence, and dignity, he lived under Voldemort's oppressive control. The once proud patriarch was reduced to a desperate man willing to do anything to protect his family, even as Voldemort took over Malfoy Manor and used it as a base of operations. Lucius's descent into fear and subservience is epitomized in the scene where Voldemort forces him to give up his wand. This act symbolized Lucius's complete loss of power and agency, leaving him humiliated and broken. The Battle of Hogwarts and Redemption. During the Battle of Hogwarts, Lucius and Narcissa abandoned their allegiance to Voldemort, prioritizing their son's safety over the Dark Lord's cause. In a moment of defiance, Narcissa lied to Voldemort about Harry's death, effectively saving the wizarding world. While Lucius did not play a heroic role in the battle, his withdrawal from the fight marked a turning point. The Malfoys' decision to prioritize family over ideology signaled their rejection of Voldemort's values and their desire to escape the chaos they had helped create. Legacy. A flawed and complex character. Lucius Malfoy's story is one of ambition, privilege, and the consequences of misplaced loyalty. While he was never a hero, his character arc reveals a man torn between his desire for power and his love for his family. His downfall serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of aligning with darkness and the fragility of status and influence in the face of true evil. Lucius's ultimate legacy lies in his family's survival and their tentative path toward redemption. Though he made many mistakes, his love for Narcissa and Draco remained a redeeming quality, offering a glimmer of humanity in an otherwise dark and self-serving life. What do you think of Lucius Malfoy's story? Was he a villain to the end, or a man who found redemption through his family? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the wizarding world's most intriguing characters.